If one receives words literally, he will be lost. If he tries to explain with words, he will not attain enlightenment in this life. Hyakujo wished to send a monk to open the new monastery. He told his pupils that whoever answered a question most ably would be appointed. Placing a water vase on the ground, he asked, "Who can say what this is without calling its name?" The chief monk said, "No one can call it a wooden shoe." Isan, the cooking monk, tipped over the vase with his foot and went out. Hyakujo smiled and said, "The chief monk loses," and Isan became the master of the new monastery. Mumon's comment. Isan was brave enough, but he could not escape Hyakujo's trick. After all, he gave up a light job and took a heavy one. Why can't you see he took off his comfortable hat and placed himself in iron stocks? Giving up cooking utensils, defeating the chatterbox. Though his teacher sets a barrier for him, his feet will tip over everything, even the Buddha. Bodhidharma sits facing the wall. His future successor stands in the snow and presents his severed arm to Bodhidharma. He cries, "My mind is not pacified. Master, pacify my mind." Bodhidharma says, "If you bring me that mind, I will pacify it for you." The successor says, "When I search my mind, I cannot hold it." Bodhidharma says, "Then your mind is pacified already." Mumon's comment. The broken-toothed old Hindu, Bodhidharma, came thousands of miles over the sea from India to China as if he had something wonderful. He's like raising waves without wind. After he remained years in China, he had only one disciple, and that one lost his arm and was deformed. Alas, ever since he has had brainless disciples. Why did Bodhidharma come to China? For years, monks have discussed this. All the troubles that have followed since came from that teacher and disciple. In the time of Buddha Shakyamuni, Manjushri went to the assemblage of the Buddhas. When he arrived there, the conference was over and each Buddha had returned to his own Buddha land. Only one girl was yet unmoved in deep meditation. Manjushri asked Buddha Shakyamuni how it was possible for this girl to reach this state, one which even he could not attain. "Bring her out from Samadhi and ask her yourself," said the Buddha. Manjushri walked around the girl 3 times and snapped his fingers. She still remained in meditation. So by his miracle power, he transported her to a high heaven and tried his best to call her, but in vain. Buddha Shakyamuni said even 100,000 Manjushris could not disturb her. But below this place, past 1,200 million countries, is a bodhisattva, Momyo, seed of delusion. If he comes here, she will awaken. No sooner had the Buddha spoken than that bodhisattva sprang up from the earth. Shakyamuni set a very poor stage. I want to ask you, monks, if Manjushri, who is supposed to have been the teacher of 7 Buddhas, could not bring this girl out of meditation, how then could a bodhisattva who was a mere beginner? If you understand this intimately, you yourself can enter the great meditation while you are living in the world of delusion. One could not awaken her, the other could. Neither are good actors. One wears the mask of God, one a devil's mask. Had both failed, the drama still would be a comedy. Shuzan held out his short staff and said, "If you call this short staff, you oppose its reality. If you short staff, you ignore the fact. It cannot be expressed with words, and it cannot be expressed without words. Now say quickly what it is. Holding out the short staff, he gave an order of life or death. Positive and negative interwoven. Even Buddhas and patriarchs cannot escape this attack.
From last night's space on UFO on the U.S. Navy base crane, where
Osho said to his disciple, when you have a staff, I will give it to you.
Underneath
If you have no
Navy base
staff,
crane,
I will take it away from you. Mom's coming.
and
Well, that was weird. When there is no bridge over the creek, the staff will help me. So I couldn't understand. When I return home on a moonless night, the staff will accompany me. But if you call this a staff...
hey, what's up, Doc?
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon, man. Sorry I missed your call yesterday.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it was bad timing. I would have definitely liked to speak to you. But catch up now. What's going on?
Just having a cup of coffee, trying to follow the money.
I know, right? You and me both. I'm doing my 2-hour Maha walk right now. I'm almost at hour 2.
Nice. Are you stretching at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because after you warm up with the cardio, now you got to do some hip rotations and hamstring pulls.
Yeah, I'll definitely do some stretches when I get back to my place. So what'd you call me for? What's going on?
So I've been fundraising on Clubhouse. We've raised $510. We've got multiple Craigslist ads up in Rockford, Peoria, and Chicago trying to find campaign managers. And so I just wanted to chat with you to try to do an X Spaces money bomb for the campaign. And the campaign would compensate you as an influencer. And we can see how much money we raise.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. If you have like a day in mind, let me know, and we can schedule it in advance.
Yeah, and I think any day of the week works. I think maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Eastern or maybe Central would be best. And then, if we could create an actual event, if you want, the campaign would pay you to do creative in the same way that you do in the past. So, something maybe my name is John. I live in Chicago. I'm running for Congress here in Illinois, and I know Augustus through Clubhouse, and I did a lot of social audio spaces with Augustus with regards to politics, COVID-19 vaccines, and even UFOs.
So maybe the sport directors, we got Lisa Disbrow, John McGucci, Susan Gordon, William Hughes, Ryan McCarthy, Scott Morrison, Philip Nolan, Deborah Plunkett, Stan Slow, and Charles Steelehouse as the EWS. With his staff, I can measure the evidence and shadows out of that. Might be something. The staff supports the heavens and makes firm the earth. Moon's comment. If you realize clearly who he is, he was living at your own father on a busy street. There's no need to.
So,
You ask anyone whether or not your recognition is true. Hey, what, brother? I think you got to do not fight with another's bow and arrow.
were you in the big
Do not ride another's horse. Do not discuss
I
another's
caught it
faults.
maybe about
Do
40
not
minutes into
interfere
it, I think I
with
dropped it.
another's work.
I'm finding so it looks like it's from about 1985. A bunch of
Sekiso asked,
automated like 38 millimeter iron systems.
another set teacher said, one who sits on the top of a 100-foot pole has attained a certain height, but still is not handling Zen freely. He should proceed on from there and appear with his whole body in the 10 parts of the world. Ask if I give any of the names that I mentioned. I found out while you're looking at their faces. One can continue his steps or
I'm
turn
not seeing
his
too
body
many views
freely
right
around
now.
on top of the pole.
Like
In
it's
either case, he should be
looks like some
respectful.
rescue things.
I want to ask you, monks, however,
The name Crane
how will
brings
you
up
proceed from the top of
they
that
be
pole?
using cranes too. So that would parse through a bunch of shit where it's looks like emergency
A man
services
who
and
lacks the third eye of
and
insight,
a bunch of
no
weapons training.
training to the measure of 100 feet.
Weapons training that looks pretty
Such
advanced.
a man will jump from there
I just
and
posted
kill himself
Bill.
like a blind man misleading other blind men.
Wow.
Tosotsu built 3 barriers and made the monks pass through them. The first barrier is studying Zen. In studying Zen, the aim is to see one's own true nature. Now,
All have been reprimanded by government entities that have said that it's a matter of national security for them not to continue to talk about this stuff on their podcasts. So naturally, I want to talk about it now. You know, so I did a big space about it last night, and the people who are in the know said to follow the money. So this is kind of like a follow-up space about that. So that's where we're at, investigating this. And yeah, it's true as this.
Cool.
Yeah, as far as like a money bond goes, to be honest with you, I've been having some difficulty getting a lot of people into an X space recently. It has to be like about a certain topic, and I need to have like certain influencers here with me in order to do it. But like if it's next week, I might be able to get some influencers in on it to help me and get people here. And the only thing is that I don't know if you got like a beef with them or not. Like Maze, don't you have like a beef with Maze?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so that's gonna be difficult, you know. I'll try my best to help.
You can ask her. I
I
mean,
don't
even,
know if we can raise any money.
you can ask Maze, even though we have
do it
a.
by myself.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, you can ask Maze because sometimes if you have a beef with somebody, those make the most interesting conversations. And I promise I'll be a total gentleman. So, yeah, I don't know. I know you're not using Clubhouse anymore, but for the past few weeks, Roger Mayhem, I don't know if you know Roger, but he goes by Mojo now on there. He's been doing money bombs for me in the campaign. And so we raised 510, and some of the biggest haters became contributors to the campaign. So that was, an interesting turn of events, and a lot of the racist bigots and low IQ uh, morons on that app, have essentially started waging war against me, and they're supporting Darren LaHood, who I'm running against. They're creating houses, updating their PTRs. So it's like causing all kinds of chaos in Clubhouse. And unfortunately, some people have been getting doxxed. So Roger had to take a break from the app. I think he's worried about his security or just like causing further tensions. So hopefully he will come back to the app because he is very knowledgeable of politics and organizing. But we have to get about 30 petition signatures every day leading up to October 27th. So I'm gonna have to on weekends go to other parts of Illinois, Rockford, Peoria, and Bloomington Normal to start gathering signatures. So all the money that we raise will go towards actually hiring people on the ground to get petitions so we can get on the March primary ballot. Um, but also, I mean, the topics that we could talk about, is the national debt. We could talk about the war in Ukraine, the war in Israel. We could talk about vaccines, and other topics. But anyways, I mean that if it's like an event that we could plan with a date and a flyer, a profile picture, campaign website, all that stuff, like it's that type of communication. And if anybody lives here in Illinois, please hit me up, send me a message. I'd love to chat with you if you're available over the next couple of weeks to maybe do some petition signatures.
Okay, thanks, man. Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, boy, you second.
Nice. I just wanted the elevator. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Welcome on the stage, Tyler.
Hey, Augustus. How you doing, man? Sorry I missed your space last night. Can you give like a minute and a half synopsis of what you found and what you're trying to do?
Yeah, we just seen that basically
Where is your true nature?
forward-facing
Something
information
everyone realizes is
about what
untrue nature.
the base does is basically they're like, yeah, we do electromagnetic weapons, we do direct energy weapons, thermonuclear weapons.
Now, when you shut the light from your eyes and become a corpse, how can you free yourself? Thirdly, if you free yourself from birth and death, you should know where you are. Now your body separates into the four elements. Where are you? Mumon's comment. Whoever can pass these three barriers will be a master wherever he stands. Whatever happens about him, he will turn into Zen. Otherwise, he will be living on poor food, and not even enough of that to satisfy himself. An instant realization sees endless time. Endless time is as one moment. When one comprehends the endless moment, he realizes the person who is seeing it. A Zen pupil asked Kenbo, all Buddhas of the 10 parts of the universe enter the one road of nirvana. Where does that road begin? Kenbo, raising his walking stick and drawing the figure 1 in the air, said, here it is. This pupil went to Umon and asked the same question. Umon, who happened to have a fan in his hand, said, this fan will reach to the 33rd heaven and hit the nose of the presiding deity there. It is like the dragon carp of the eastern sea, tipping over the rain cloud with his tail. Mumon's comment. One teacher enters the deep sea and scratches the earth and raises dust. The other goes to the mountain and raises waves that almost touch heaven. One holds, the other gives out. Each support the profound teaching with a single hand. Kenbo and Umon are like two riders, neither of whom can surpass the other. It is very difficult to find the perfect man. Frankly, neither of them know where the road starts. matches the old patriarch's
Randy
words and
Anderson.
actions. I think he is very mischievous. He is like an old donut seller trying to catch a passerby to force his donuts down his mouth.
The whistleblowers
The
that are
customer
coming
can neither
out.
swallow nor spit